Hi guys, we're back. So today we're going to be talking about the love of God, or rather, God as love. So in the book of First John, chapter 4, the statement God is love is mentioned at least twice in verses 8 and 16. Now, before you go away, we're not here to talk about God as much as we're here to talk about you and God. Okay, so let's take a little stroll down memory lane, right? As little kids, when we would constantly go out looking for attention from our parents, from our friends, from just anybody that looks like can give us attention, we'll just be going up and down looking for attention. Well, here's the thing: we were looking for love. Now, I know that sounds a little far-fetched. Hear me out. You know how there are different love languages? There's physical touch. There's physical touch. There's physical touch. There's quality time. There's gift giving. As little kids, we understood affection or attention as some form of love, and so we went around looking for attention and affection and approval because we understood that as love. Now, why did we look for love so much? Like our life depended on it, because we reminded us of where we were before we came here on earth. Now, hear me out. You may say, I beg, love is not my problem. Please, I'm looking for money, I'm looking for success right now. And that's cool. But we live in a fallen world. And over time, life, or reality as we like to call it, has thwarted our lineup of priorities. And so we have gone from being attention-seeking children, which might be a good thing, to just looking for something else, looking for someone else to fill up the void we're feeling. But we seem to forget that love is it, because love is God. Now, if we go back to our childlike form where we constantly searched for love, we would realize that we were searching for love because it reminded us of home, it reminded us of God, it reminded us of our Creator. We searched for love so much because it was the very basis of our creation. God doesn't need us, He loves us. He doesn't need us to be God. You know that saying of you give power to what you believe, right? Something only has power over you if you believe it. That does not work with God. We don't exist to give God power with our belief. We exist to serve God with our lives. That's how it works. The reason we were so hell-bent on just looking for love in some way was because it reminded us of God, it reminded us of our Creator, it reminded us of our source. This year 2025, it's a new year, it's a beautiful year. How about make it the year that we return back to our source? How about to make it the year that we return back to our childlike state of just finding love and finding God? But instead of finding love in relationships and in your job and in your home, try and go back to the original source of love, where you find the purest source of love, because you cannot find love outside of love. If God is love, then if you're looking for love, you should go back to the author and finisher and definer of love. That's God. The year 2025. Make it the year you return back home. Make it the year you return back to your original source. You will not regret it. I'm a living testimony of that. Why? Because God is love, and God has so much other than love. In love, aka God, there is provision, there is protection, there is guidance, there is fulfillment of destiny and purpose, there is satisfaction beyond your wildest imagination. And don't even get me started on where He says things like, the thoughts I think towards you are of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. Or where He says things like, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard the plans I have for you. So go back home. He's calling you. He wants you back.